Hello there! Today I'm checking out this video called 10 things that you shouldn't do in Indonesia. This is gonna be super cool. It's by the channel Word Friends. There will be a link in the description. And make sure to check out that channel because it's one of my favorites. If you like language learning, culture shocks, international interactions, that's the channel for you. Let's go. Let's check it out.
On what occasion would you touch people's heads?
I can tell you.
We can tell you. Don't watch porn in Indonesia because it's illegal.
VPN, you know? How would they know?
Like there's no already. It sounds gorgeous.
Sounds gorgeous.
That's what I know. It sounds gorgeous.
For me, as a Brazilian, I think if I wanted to learn how to speak Indonesian, it wouldn't be like that hard.
It's an easy language.
Yeah.
I heard it's an easy language.
Yeah.
That's one thing I heard.
I mean, I don't know. I've heard people speaking Indonesian and it doesn't sound easy, you know? There's so many super long words, longer than the long man. No, it's true though. It's not easy, and I think that people even mixes in their local dialect or stuff like that. If I remember properly, when I've talked to Indonesian people in the past, I mean, I don't think it's that easy. You shouldn't let them fool you.
I know two things. Two things. One, Bali. I know Bali and I know Indonesian's easy.
Now I know two things about Indonesia.
We all know two things.
So actually, I'm gonna be telling you guys 10 things that you shouldn't do in Indonesia.
Good to know before going.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go next year.
Oh, really?
If I have money.
Well, that's
Okay, so next year I will be traveling the whole world if I have money.
always a variable.
So first of all,
exactly.
don't underestimate Indonesia's size. Indonesia is a big country. We're the fourth most populous country in the world.
Whoa.
We have 270 million people over.
What?
So it's like India, China, US, and then Indonesia. So I don't think a lot of people know that.
No, I had no idea.
Like in terms of land size, we're on the equator on the globe. So like that's why it looks tiny, but actually we're wider than the US.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Some other things, we have 17,000 islands.
17,
17000.
I'm gonna need to.
Bro, it's insane how you guys have 17,000 islands and everyone, when they think about Indonesia, they're like, oh, I'm going to Bali. Like it's the only one you could go to. What the hell?
To scale size.
How many football fields is this? In America, that's a big joke. Is we can only measure size by how many football fields because it's like what you learn growing up. So we're like, how many football fields?
American football.
Yeah, American football. American football fields. How much of Indonesia?
Bro, this girl, I'm not even gonna lie, she looks exactly like a colleague of mine, a YouTuber, a reactionist. Is that how you say it? Reactionist YouTuber? I don't know. What's the name? Oh my god, he always react to freestyle rap and rap music in general. Oh my god, he's an American as well. If you know who I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. I can't remember his name, but it looks the same. Bro, maybe it's his sister. I have no idea.
Is like populated versus like nature.
I'm not sure, but I mean, we have 5 major islands, so that's where most of the people are, and then like a lot of little islands. That's why it's like up to 17,000. We're also very, very diverse.
Wait, there is an official language, right?
There is an official language, Bahasa Indonesia, so Indonesian. It's a uniting language that all these different people, like in school, we learn in Indonesian, but if you just hear like daily conversations, nobody
Bro, her English is amazing. She's super fluent.
actually speaks proper Indonesian. Everyone mixes in their own local dialect, so when you go to another city, they mix with their other dialect, and yeah, so it's actually hard to learn Indonesian, not because Indonesian itself is hard, but because nobody actually uses it.
It's easy, but only till this
okay.
far.
Yeah, that's true. Grammar-wise, it's easy.
Sounds a lot like Finnish, that it's always a little bit different, mixes in dialects. I don't know, but I feel like most places on earth, the language that you learn from the books is always different when you go on the streets.
But usage-wise, you need to learn by speaking and practicing.
That's why sometimes you're like, oh wait, how do we write that?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody says it in proper Indonesian.
Can you tell us something about Indonesia in your local dialect?
For example, like if I say how are you, it's like apa kabar in Indonesian,
Apa
but
kabar?
in like Javanese, it's like pie kabare. It's completely
Pie
different.
kabare?
And the second
Wow.
thing is, you should not use your left hand when giving.
Wait, what do you mean? What is the number one thing then? Wait, I'm confused right now. Oh, don't underestimate Indonesian land size. But wait, why would be something that I shouldn't do in Indonesia? Would people get upset if I said that Indonesia isn't as big as it is? I don't understand it. It makes no sense.
Apa kabar?
that's
And the
good to
second
know.
thing is, you should not use your left hand when giving
Oh.
things or receiving things. It's considered rude. So always use your right
Oh.
hand.
Thank God I'm right-handed.
But I think that's something in most places, right? Like I feel like when you have to give a handshake in a formal setting, especially here in Europe as well, you should never give your left hand. You should always be the right hand. I don't know. This is something that applies to many other places, no?
Yeah, it's hard for left-handed people because you still have to switch to the right hand when you give things.
Wow. That's kind of like the Korean thing that like you have to give like
Yeah,
with both hands.
Yeah. For us, it's the right hand.
In China too, if I'm not
So
mistaken.
like, for example, you're holding something, but you need to give something to someone else, then you're like, oh, sorry for using the left hand.
You have to say it.
To be polite.
Yeah, got it.
I like to give things JoJo style
nice.
like this.
Yeah, that's how I take pamphlets from people handing it outside the subway. I go like that.
How is it in your countries? Like, is the right hand necessary?
In Brazil is definitely not. Like we're just take it.
As long as you don't take it like that.
Yeah. Or like throw it when you're giving to someone. Like I think that it's like this in any country. Like in Brazil, it would be a huge problem too.
Because I grew up like always using my right hand, like knowing that it's the polite way, I never thought it wasn't a thing in other countries. In Germany, like people were doing things with the left, and I'm like, you.
But I think, like in the past, most people, when they were left-handed, they will still try to become right-handed. It was seen as something weird in the past. But I'm talking about the past, like Middle Ages or even prior to that. I think I've read something about it. So maybe that thing just stuck with them. I don't know. It could have been something about the colonization or something about ancient times. If you know more about it, let me know. I like this type of cultural traits that I had no idea about.
You know, but then you have to switch it up. Interesting. Number 3, don't touch people's heads.
Heads? Really? Even if you're like close to the person?
Actually, again, Indonesia is very diverse. So I think generally you shouldn't touch, but on what occasion would you touch people's heads?
I mean, besides the one that everyone is thinking, that it's a more private private setting, I would say, I don't know. Like, I don't know, when someone is doing something cute, I guess you can just do like wrap his head like that. I don't know, whatever. Like, I don't know. When you watch football, you will see lots of the times people like touching someone else's head, no?
I can tell you. We can tell you.
She was like, I am holding the urge to touch her hair.
I guess if the other person consents it, like for certain things, it's okay. But like generally, you wouldn't touch people's heads. For example, like in Bali, especially, even children's heads, you're not allowed to ruffle their heads or something.
That would be something that would be a problem for me. Oh, you're so cute, and then just go straight away to their head.
exactly.
It
It's pretty
depends, but in
normal,
certain
so-
regions, because they believe that the head is like the most holy part of the
Yeah.
body, so you shouldn't like touch it. So also in other areas, it's like passing things overhead is also considered pamali or like a taboo.
What would you pass over your head though?
For example, if I don't know, you're in class, you want to pass it to the person behind you, and you're like,
Do that with your left hand too, just like.
hey, I'm not on the left hand.
But you never do it to like your parents or anything.
Depends on the families as well and the cultures. Number 4, don't point with your finger, especially at people, because
I don't know, but I feel like that's considered rude pretty much everywhere on the planet. no?
this shows like you're really angry, so it's like very rude. Also, even for pointing directions, some people just use their thumb instead.
Their
so any
tongue.
finger's fine,
What do you
not this
mean?
Like
Their
this
tongue.
would be rude. More rude in other regions, but generally you don't point at people like that. Or you just use your whole hand.
Oh, in Brazil,
Thank God we got Google Maps right now.
actually, we also hear that since we're kids, like pointing is ugly. Don't do that. And when we're like saying directions, we also don't do this. We either do this, like with 2 hands, like the fingers.
Americans point a lot.
Americans point, but we also say it's rude to point at the same time.
Yeah, I too.
Don't point at people, but you can point at other things.
Yeah, same as in the UK.
Yeah, they're like, if you have one finger pointing forward, you have 4 pointing.
So just point all of them.
Number 5, don't raise your voice.
immediately going to jail.
This is also, it depends on where you are because we have 5 big islands, right? And in Java, generally that's like the people are calmer, I would say. But in like Sumatra, then it's more normal to speak in a loud voice, and that's okay. I think in any culture it's rude to raise your voice.
Yeah.
Not in Brazil.
Not in Brazil.
We are a very crazy mix.
I don't know. Come on. I don't know about that. I mean, I have no idea. I mean, and every country is very different. Especially Americans are really known for talking with a loud voice. So I don't know about that.
And we have a huge influence like from Italy. So we talk loud. We usually talk loud. You mean raise your voice like just talk loudly or just like raise your voice at someone like aggressively?
I guess in an aggressive, angry way. Because I think generally we're very sungkan. How do we? You say as if, but you know the vibe, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to bother people. You don't want people to feel bad. So we're just kind of like, just don't do things that offend people. Pointing goes under that. Raising your voice goes under that as well. Number 6, don't walk the streets in swimsuits.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think that's kind of obvious. So we are a country of like archipelago, so we have a lot of islands, but not all the cities are by the beach. But I guess everyone would know you're a foreigner as well.
How would they know?
Generally, like the Indonesian culture is still more covered up. We're also like a pretty religious country.
This makes me remember when I was in Vietnam, actually. I still remember when I was in Vietnam, most people, like I would go to the beach during the day and it would be empty. There would be only other foreigners because it's too hot, you know, and the sun is very strong. And then you will go at night, or at least when the sun will go down, and everybody will be at the beach, but they will be still wearing clothes. Both male and female, they will still be wearing clothes. They wouldn't be wearing swimsuits at all. So I don't know. I think that's something that applies pretty much to all Southeast Asia. Of course, with some differences in places that are very touristic, like I feel like even the locals at some point, maybe the younger generations would mix in with, you know, and just start to use the international culture. Maybe, I don't know.
Like no matter what religion you're taking, but it's pretty religious generally. So like covering up is more polite.
Like instead of wearing suits, it's like just like in Korea, like they use actual like.
No. Normally not.
So they wear more like a rash guard, like here in Korea.
Or do they do like the full one-piece swimsuit?
I don't live by the beach.
Okay.
In the beach areas, I guess because there's also a lot of tourists, it's a lot more free.
That's completely
not in
different
the
from
cities.
Brazil.
We know.
Yeah.
But I know that in Italy it's also illegal to go without your shirt, even if you're a male. You cannot go on the street without your shirt. I mean, most people do it and nobody would say you anything. But if they want, the police could also fine you for that. I know something like that because we are not a very religious country nowadays anymore. But of course, there's still some influence from the past, from the Vatican. So I guess that's seen as rude, but most people don't even care.
We know Brazil. We know what they're like.
How is it in your country though?
I mean, in LA, we got people wearing next to nothing.
Like just in the malls near the beaches and stuff?
No, in just the middle of the city. Just
Normal day.
In some places, if it matters to like the owner of an establishment, they'll have a sign on the front that says no shirt, no shoes, no service. So it just depends on the area and also just like whether you care or not. But I would say, yeah, it's not uncommon, especially if you are near the ocean somewhere. Yeah.
So in the beach area, if you're at the beach and you're near the beach, you would normally wear your swimsuit and you can walk around and it's fine and normal. But once you get to your car, like that's the time to put on clothes. Like you don't have to wear a top, but you gotta at least put on some pants.
UK people are pretty chill about everything.
I know that when I was staying with my friend, I stayed there for a couple of months in the northern part of England. It was in Newcastle. Oh my god! I mean, people were just wearing whatever they wanted. And I'm not just meaning like not wearing fancy clothes or anything. People would just go out just the way they want. Like the first thing that they find, that's what they're gonna wear. They don't give a fuck about anything. That's amazing. I love that. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, you know, our summer is like 22 degrees Celsius. And people will just take their tops off at the pub.
What?
Men will just be like shirtless in the street.
I guess in Indonesia, it's more common to see men shirtless. Like if they're working outdoors because it's really hot. It's always summer all year round. It's like 30 degrees on
Oh
average.
my god, I would
Yeah,
die.
yeah, Brazil too.
So in the UK,
Bro, Brazil too. Brazil is so huge. There are so many places that are not that hot. Come on. You cannot generalize just because your place in Brazil is so hot.
people will actually wear a swimsuit at the park. People in the UK love tanning. Everyone's in the park in their swimsuits. They don't really care.
I think they do that in New York too, like at the big park.
Central Park.
Central Park.
Well, in Brazil we have something similar actually. At the beach it's normal pretty much, like nearby the beach everybody's gonna be walking like just on swimsuits. Even in the houses close by, but like any establishment that you wanna go in, you're probably gonna be putting on something, at least a shirt.
Number 7, don't reject food or drink offers to you.
What if you don't want it? Or like
exactly.
For example, you're in a school gathering or like you're visiting a friend's house and your friend's parents would like be like, hey, here, like have some whatever, and then you're like, no, thank you, I just ate. It's like,
My food's not good enough for you?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, why are you so rude? Like, you shouldn't say no. Even if you're full, you should still like eat something or try something.
like it'd be like, oh, I'm going to try it out. I'm a little bit full, but I'll try it out.
Yeah,
a little.
yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, no, I can't take this, but you should take it.
Oh, I would love that. In the UK, it's the complete opposite.
Really?
Yeah, if you go to your friend's house, you shouldn't eat their
Oh,
food unless you have a play date or, you know, a sleepover.
They do that in America too, though. These days. Yeah, it's kind of for their kids. Yeah.
They didn't make the food for you, so why are you eating it? Like that kind of thing.
But I mean, I feel like it doesn't really have any sense what she's saying right now, because she's saying that they are offering the food to you. In her case, it's like you shouldn't eat the food if it's not offered to you, but this is the whole thing is being offered to you, so of course you should accept it if you are in the UK, no? But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like when they offer you something in Italy, you don't eat it. Yeah, maybe a little bit they would be disappointed, but they won't be upset. I mean, I don't know.
Brazil, the same thing. So like anytime that an uninvited guest would just come to my house and we didn't have anything, my mom was like, okay, Julia, I'll give you 10.
Yeah,
go
buy something.
something.
Buy something,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I feel like I'm in a sort of a mix because if you're with someone and they offer something that they got for themselves, like and offer you, you should say no. However, if you go to someone else's house and they offer you something, if you refuse like too much, he's like very rude. So we're like in the between.
So I should not say yes to food in the UK.
Whole meal, some people would think, oh, you know, this family only made enough for them. But if it's like snacks or if you planned it, then it's fine.
Number 8, don't show public displays of affection.
You will, yeah.
It depends on where as well. Kissing in public is definitely like a what? Like, yeah, no.
What about hugging?
Really?
I can only speak for like, I come from Jakarta, so like I would speak about that culture. In malls, holding hands is very normal. Side hugs are normal. Hugs are also okay, but not like romantic.
Right, like friendship vibes.
Like friendship vibes is really fine.
That kind of goes for America too, is like it's still considered gross and weird.
I mean, even going as far as like caressing.
No, trust me, in Italy, nobody gives a fuck. Like, I mean, some grandmas might approach you if you're doing something like that in public, but it's pretty normal to see people doing that, especially teenagers. I mean, I feel like when you're a teenager, you still do that. If you're older than that, it's I don't think more people would do it. I don't know. I feel like it's a teenager thing.
And holding each other like for a long time in public, people.
Oh, okay, but that's like an awkward period of time. It's like you're
But I think also one interesting thing though is between normally women, like when they meet, some people also do like the cheek to cheek thing, and that's okay. So like anything non-romantic, I think is normally fine.
Okay, UK is opposite. Nobody cares. They do whatever they want. They just do it.
Like making out on the subway.
That's normal.
Of course.
Sit on each other's
Even
laps
here.
and stuff.
Yeah. In Italy too.
I didn't know UK was wilder in the US.
Yeah.
It's wild.
They're
yeah.
wild.
People can get very aggressive. So if you confront someone, they'll probably just start a fight with you. So everyone's like, whatever.
Okay, so number 9, don't watch porn in Indonesia because it's illegal.
Oh.
Well,
Hey, VPN, you know?
What's the punishment?
like jail time, or is it like a slap on the wrist?
I think so it is punishable by law, like the most severe is up to 12 years in prison, and also like
Yeah, but I mean, I think this applies more for Indonesian people rather than foreigners.
Really heavy
no?
fines. So
12 years in prison for seeing things.
The wrong things, unholy things.
Got it.
So are there no like, those raunchy ads on some sites?
Right.
Because like even though adult materials like illegal in Korea, if you go on some sites, there's like a bunch of advertisements on the side.
Or even like pamphlets in public. Like,
Yeah.
in Gangnam every morning.
oh, pamphlets in public, I think, no way.
Because like on the ground you can see like,
everywhere.
Last one, don't gamble. It's also illegal.
Okay. I know for a fact that this is not true at all. Come on. My friend has lived so many years in Indonesia. Come on. He has lived so many years in Indonesia, in Jakarta, and he always played poker online like me. It was our job for a long time. I mean, I met him playing poker, so I know for a fact that that's bullshit. Come on. That's bullshit. And he told me that many other Indonesian people he met also played poker, so don't believe that. I mean, it might be the same thing about porn. So yeah, I don't know.
gamble every day.
Oh man. Wow.
I was gonna say, being alive is a gamble.
So in Indonesia, there's no legal casinos.
online you
like
can
gambling
still
is
do
just
it.
fully illegal.
You know, as like some cruises, they have like casinos inside of it, and like some of them they go around Asia and all. Like if Indonesians go to those cruises, like they're not allowed to go inside the casino.
I think within like the Indonesian territory.
It's more of like
So it depends on where that is.
Is it gambling that's legal or casinos?
Oh, gambling is illegal. So betting on
Anything?
Why is it illegal, do you think?
it leads to worse things, maybe money problems.
Bankruptcy.
We should learn from that.
yeah, we all should.
We all should.
I will need someone to tell me down in the comments, because I find it hard to believe actually this one. Because maybe it would be like the casinos that are banned, but there will be still like maybe some scratches or some type of lottery. Yeah, you gotta definitely tell me in the comments.
I think every country has like a lot of good and bad that can be like taken and used
Yes.
in other places. Yeah.
There are a lot of things that I didn't know.
I know more than 2 things.
You know, 12.
Yeah.
Totally surprised about the pointing.
Yeah.
Where's the supermarket? It's over there.
I'm gonna point like this now.
I want to point like this like down
with the
too.
town,
I'm kind of
no?
surprised. There are plenty of things that I didn't know and that like I can kind of relate either to my culture or to like other cultures that I've had contact with, for example Korean ones. I'm like, oh, I can see where like you guys are coming from, like with this idea. I want to go to Indonesia one day.
It was interesting to
too.
me how the things that are normal to me aren't actually normal in other countries. Like I thought I was cultured enough to know some things about international stuff, but
We're so different. Yeah. And actually, one of my best friends is Indonesian. I didn't know any of the stuff that you told me. So I should do more research with her.
it's okay. Now you know.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Today we talked about 10 things that you shouldn't do in Indonesia.
If you liked the video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below.
See you guys next time.
Yes, that was an amazing video. I want to check out more videos by this channel of the Indonesian language to see if I can guess or whatever. And what you should do, since you are watching this video from Indonesia, is to use your thumb and give a thumbs up to my video. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it. If you want to share some of your thoughts, definitely you're welcome to do so. I want to learn more about your country. See you soon.